Order filled.
Alright, I'm going to break even on this, bro, because it was looking good, bro, but this is some garbage, bro. This is genuinely some garbage. So, we'll see what happens, bro. I might get stopped because this is just chopping like crazy. Yeah. We'll see if we get break even. See if price goes up there. I'm not going to rush it. If not, it's okay. Well, yeah.
Order filled. Order filled.
Alright. So this is the last entry of the day. Whether we break even or not, you know, or whether we lose, I don't really care. We gotta break both, so okay, that's a good close.
These 4 products, and we have celebrities from all over the world asking us to give them our clothes. Not that it came to a surprise to me or my business partner Carson. We just didn't know that it would happen this fast. Where
Order
we
filled.
have only done one singular drop, released 4 items.
Alright, so y'all saw the dub we took today. We took 2 trades. Y'all saw like the whole live recording situation. I do have to go in a minute, so gonna make this recording, this recap a bit short. As you can see right here, we did profit on the eval 720, and we're pretty much over break even now. Y'all know the whole process, up and down with this account. We've made two minor mistakes in those 2 losses. One of them was a FOMO. Haven't taken one of those trades in like months, so that typically doesn't happen. So we took a loss from that. And then the second one was just something that I needed to learn with this model. Again, just like some discretional things that I need to learn with this model over time. So took that loss as well. So we've just been bouncing back and forth these past 2 weeks. I've taken 2 wins and then 1 loss. Or no, we've taken 3 wins and then 1 loss in the past 2 weeks. So it's really just been back and forth. But as long as I'm just taking better trades, I'm continuously learning the process of this model, the discretional things I need to learn. It's going to get to a point where it's enough, and we'll start banging out payouts. But for now, let's recap this real quick. So as you can see right here on Discord, let me pull up Discord. You can see that I was looking for longs going into the day. Okay, so today's a bit weird since we just swept a good draw on liquidity, right? We had a really nice expansion that was like 200 something points overnight. We swept this sell side, which is a pretty clean sell side, and I said, you know, if we get a reversal here, 22781 is a clean target, which is these equal highs, right? And if we just dumped off open, I'll update them and I'll, you know, adjust my bias and I'll let them know what I think. But for now, pretty bullish, especially if we get like a nice push higher towards this middle area right here. Definitely kind of going to look for longs. All right, so yeah, the draw on liquidity was these equal highs right here. Let me get rid of this preference real quick. Draw on liquidity, these equal highs. That is not it. Alright, so draw on liquidity, these equal highs all the way up here, swept that low, and on the hourly, this was my target, right? We had these equal highs, and this is like the first possible draw on liquidity, right? This fair value gap. So going on the 15-minute, you could see that we're displacing really nicely. We're getting some very, very bullish candles right here. We've kind of inversed this, even though it really doesn't matter. Like, there's just these 2 small 15-minute gaps. We completely obliterated it, right? There's nothing really stopping us from the time we're here taking longs all the way to this first hourly gap. There's nothing stopping us on the high time frame. So we're here, we go on the 1 minute, and we take this long right here. Okay, so we get a good tap into this gap, right? And we enter right here. Okay, stop loss at the bottom of this candle, and my target was all up here for 60 points. You know, looking back at it now, I could have just played it like where I could have entered a little bit earlier, but again, that's hindsight. Like I could have just went for a simple 1-to-1 at this, but that's kind of hindsight. That's what my mentor did. He ended up entering right here off this close, or no, he entered like somewhere like halfway through here. Put his stop loss around this area right here. Targeted this high for a 1-to-1. Why is it like that? For a 1-to-1. So could have done something like that, but I like the setup. It looked pretty good. And you know, the target wasn't too insane. It was 56 points, so that was fire. As you can see right here, though, we literally chopped for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes, and I finally got out right here. We got this really bearish move right here. Still holding this gap. I was still pretty bullish, but I didn't want us to retrace in this 5-minute or 15-minute gap, I think there was, and then run higher, right? This chop is just, we shouldn't see something like that. So what did I do? I exited fully, manual exit right here for a loss of like $40 in this area right here. So that happened. Then it began to play higher, and as you can see, price was not moving the best. Like, I don't like something like this. I wouldn't take a trade in something like this. But then we begin to actually like get some nice displacing candles right here. We get these 2 fair value gaps made, right? And we get a good close right here. So enter right there. Stop loss at this low right there for a 1.1R. Okay. And okay, so this is an eval trade, and this is what I'm learning over time, is that this is an eval trade simply because it's not A+, right? We swept the internal high, and then I entered, right? I entered like exactly when we hit the internal high. Y'all saw on the recording, right? But what I'm learning with my mentor and what he's telling me is that with the eval trades, if there is A+ market conditions, you know, if there's an A+ draw on liquidity, you're set, right? You're good. So as long as I have those 2 things and I have a somewhat like good setup, I can take it on eval if I'm confident in it. And in this draw on liquidity, bro, we are still displacing through this hourly gap. So I was like, bro, we're going to reach all the way up to that that high, right? Those London equal highs. So enter this trade, you know, pretty safe stop loss, covering both of these gaps. If we ran lower, we're most likely going to completely reverse. We're just going to chop. So enter right here, and then held through a bit of chop. Again, I'm not going to get out, you know, simply because a little bit of chop. Both trades, they looked really good on entry, but the moment we enter into this trade, we literally just chop. So it's fine, but as you can see, it played out. And yeah, that's pretty much the day. After that, we had like 2 possible other setups. Like, I mean, you could have entered like manual like before, somewhere like right here. Targeted, there's like an hourly high over here. Yeah, we could have targeted that for like 1.4R. And then this second trade was actually pretty good. This for like just 1.2, and that's the same high as well, right? Yeah. So today was actually a pretty good day. Other than like the somewhat sloppy deliveries, it's a good day. So as long as I can stay disciplined, take A+ setup, not A+ setups, and I can be patient, not take FOMO setups, like actually just horrendous setups, Lord willing, and as long as I'm just continuously learning, bro, like eventually I'm gonna pass this account and we'll start banking. It's just a matter of time. Starting to see a bit of good results, bro. I haven't had results like this in a while. And the market conditions aren't like 100% the absolute best every single day. So it's just a sign that I'm in the right direction with this model. You know, and yeah, it's just gotta be patient, boys. Gotta be patient. That's what it's all about. So appreciate y'all. If y'all have any questions, leave them in the description. If y'all want to join the Discord, it'll be left in the description as well. But other than that, I will see y'all boys tomorrow for the Creed Talk. Peace out.